Feet and claws of the birds. Birds use their feet to move and hop on the ground. They also use them to scratch and hold food and to perch on trees. Perch means they hold with their claws and sit on the branches. Their feet and claws are adapted to their nesting and eating habits. Okay, they will get adjusted. Adapted means getting adjusted. Now the first bird we are going to see here is a sparrow. So first we will see how the claws of the sparrows are. Birds such as crows, sparrows, blue jays and pigeons are perching birds. That means they hold with their claws and sit on the branches. They have 3 toes. Look here. They have 3 toes and in the front and 1 at the back. So 3 toes are in the front and 1 is behind, okay, at the back. These help them to have a firm grip of the branch. So by holding with their claws, they will not fall from the branches. They can even sleep when they are perching without falling from the branch. Next we will see. Next, can you see what is that? It is a hen. Okay. Some birds like hens, quails, roosters and peacocks are called scratching birds. Now why they are called scratching birds? Because they scratch the ground. They dig the ground and scratch them. Okay, and they bring out the seeds and insects from the ground. Okay, so they are called scratching birds and they have sharp and hard claws. Next, birds such as eagle and kites eat flesh. They have very strong and sharp claws called talons. Okay, talons are the claws of the flesh-eating birds. These help them to catch and tear the flesh of small animals such as rats, toads and birds. Here you can see in the picture, this eagle is holding the fish in its claws. Okay, so the fish is very big. When you can see in the picture it is small. Actually it is big. Okay, so eagles and kites can hold their prey and they can fly with the help of their claws. Birds like parrots, woodpeckers and parakeets are climbing birds. They have 2 toes in front and 2 toes at the back. Can you see here? 2 toes are in the front and 2 toes are behind. These toes help them to climb the branches very easily and also hold them firmly. Next, here you can see the picture of a duck. The duck is swimming in the water. So ducks and geese are water birds. They have webbed feet that help them to swim in water. Now look at this feet here of the duck. These are called webbed feet. Why they are called? Because between their toes you can see something here like a skin. Okay, these are the webbed feet. Okay, so these help them to swim in water. They push the water behind when they are swimming. Here you can see the picture of a crane. Water birds such as cranes, herons and storks have thin, long legs. Their toes are spread out. These help them to walk through water without getting wet and to easily catch fish. These birds are also called wading birds. Now you can see here this crane has got long legs. Okay, and their feet are spread out. Okay, this when they are going inside the water, if they see some fish, they can feel it with their legs and they can catch hold of them with the legs and then take from their beaks and eat it. And also their body will not be wet. Go. Birds have wings instead of arms. So they fly with the help of their wings. Can you see here the birds are flying? Yes. Now birds flap their wings up and down. Okay. So they push push their wings and then they move upward and forward in the air. The strong muscles attached to the wings help them, in flapping their wings. Birds use their tail to change their direction while flying. Okay, if they have to move right, they will move the tail towards left. Okay, if they have to move left, they will move the tail towards right. Okay, like how you ride the bicycle. Yeah, as you are moving, in the same way, even the birds, they move, you will move the handle, they will move their tail to change the directions. Birds use their tail to change the direction. They spread out their wings to stop. If they have to stop, they will stop flapping the wings and they will stop their moving. Okay, stop their wings and they will come down. Birds like ostrich, kiwis and penguins, they do not fly because they are heavy. Okay, and so they are called as the flightless birds. Because they do not fly, they are called flightless birds. Next we will come to homes of birds. Okay, as we all have our homes, yes, to protect ourselves from dust, heat, rain. Okay, in the same way, birds also have their homes. Okay, and those homes of the birds are called as the nest. Birds build nest to lay eggs. They choose places where the eggs are safe. Different birds use different materials to build their nest. They use twigs, dry leaves, cotton and small pebbles. Small pebbles means small stones to build their nest. Okay. First picture we will see here. This is the nest of a sparrow. A sparrow uses twigs, grass, leaves and cotton to make its nest in trees. Sometimes even in the houses or any other safe places. Now next we will see the tailor bird. A tailor bird stitches its nest using thread, wool and vegetable fibers. Next, you can see here the picture of eagle. Okay, the eagle is sitting on its nest. Eagles and vultures make a shallow cup-like nest on high trees or poles. Here you can see a beautiful weaver bird. A weaver bird ties knots of leaves, grass and twigs to make its nest. You can see here the different stages it has started with the nest. This is the first stage of knots. Then the next stage it has already started to make. Then we have the last stage here. Yes, now the nest is ready. The weaver bird is inside the nest to do what? It lays its eggs inside and waits till the babies come out of the eggs. Now we will see birds and their young ones. Birds give birth to their young ones by laying eggs. The mother bird lays eggs and sits on them to keep them warm. The father bird protects them from predators. Predators means what? An animal that eats other animals. So animals like snakes and all, they come and eat the eggs of the birds. So to protect them, the father will be there all the time to see that no predator comes to eat their eggs. After a few days, the eggs break and the babies come out. The newborn baby bird are very weak and they do not have feathers on their bodies. The parent bird protect them and feed their young ones until they learn how to fly and look after themselves. Now students, you can see here, this is a picture of a group of birds. Okay, they are known as the migratory birds. Now why they are called migratory birds? Because they migrate. Migrate means what? It means moving from one place to another. Okay, that is called migration. Now why do they need migration? In some area where they are living, that area becomes very cold. Okay, especially the polar region where there is ice. So at that time these birds cannot live there. So they have to move from their original place and go on to a warmer place so that they can find their food. Okay. So some examples of these migratory birds are Siberian crane and Arctic tern. Okay, they travel thousands of kilometers so that they can protect themselves from the cold climate. Okay, and they will move to the next place where the place is little warmer. Okay, so migration means moving from one place to another in search of food and also to make themselves comfortable in that area. So this is the end of the lesson. Let us come to the homework. Page number 35, exercise A, B, C to be completed in textbook, and answer the following questions which are on page 36 to be completed in your classwork. And I also want you all to draw a bird and name all the parts of the birds. You can refer page number 29. Thank you, students.